Heyo, it's Omnidog here, and today I would like to talk about an independent comic. And when I say independent, this is independent. This is like self-published. The creator published it himself, does everything himself, and I think everybody needs to acknowledge this book as the beginning of something really, really interesting. I'm talking about Greathouse and his creation, Bang, the Ballad of the Tiger. Now, full disclosure, I don't know a thing about Dragon Ball Z, nor its creator, but apparently it's an homage to that franchise and him. Okay? And other full disclosure, I consider Josh Greathouse a friend. But I wouldn't be making this if I didn't think it was worth reading. I'd just say, keep working on it, dude. So I do think this is worth reading a lot. And I want to tell you why. This is, and I'm going to give you a little synopsis of Bang, the Ballad of the Tiger. And he puts them out in these small... Okay, this is funny if you can read this. I love your art, your style, but it does offend me at times. Mom, 2022. So we know Josh has a sense of humor. So let's take a look at what happens, and I will go ahead and explain kind of a synopsis of what's going on, and then I'll show you other ways to view it. This is a story of Bang. Her name is Bang. She arrives home, and it turns out that there has been a coup. There is a new regime in town. She insists on wearing her father's hat, which is against the rules of the new regime. So she gets her butt kicked, even though she's a great fighter. She fights unarmed, and she's exiled. Now, she accidentally drags in Edmard, who is our second protagonist, because he's nice enough to... Her hat fell off, and he's nice enough... He's just a kid. He's nice enough to pick it up and give it to her, and he said the bad guy says, "Well, son, you are banned from this village with her." Edmard, was destined to go to school and become a doctor. So while they are exiled, Bang says, "Let's try and get you to school." And they come across their next protagonist, who Bang ends up fighting. Bang fights unarmed. She fights in a series of kick and boxing moves, like right here. But this is Jasmine, the Blade. She's a sassy adventurer and very, very lighthearted, but also serious in certain situations. You know, like fights to the death. One thing you need... Now, first of all, these are just the beginning of a much broader, more intricate series. I don't know how far Josh is going to go. He's up to chapter 19, but this feels like a 50 issue type of endeavor, which is great because he's setting this up really well. Not only are Bang and Jasmine a good team for fighting, but they are also trying to protect Edmard, and they decide to go... Jasmine joins the duo. They become a trio, and they're going to go try and take Edmard to school, which is like the next day. They end up going through some mines as a shortcut where there are spies everywhere. This is the cave where they go into. And there are wondrous creatures that are trying to attack them in all phases, at all times. And there are also spies everywhere, because in the broader picture, there are forces against them. This is the first book. Then this is the second book. Now, one thing you get... When you get this, you order it from Josh Greathouse himself, and he puts in a amazing drawing and says, "Thanks for the support, Greathouse," in each book. So you will get a boss caricature, seriograph, chronograph, phonograph, whatever these are called. You get one of those in every book. This is the second volume, and I got another one. This one, oh, personalized. Thank you so much, Jess. Greathouse. Thank you for the support. And that's a cool picture of Bang. So now, here, while we get a good sense of how good an artist Josh is and how good a storyteller, these books are awfully small because he's self-publishing. So how much, these are $15, volume 1 and volume 2. And, oh, this is a good part. Okay, we'll get back to the size. This is where Edmard gets possessed by a creature and gets this is in the mines, and has the creature's powers and wipes out the enemies and heals his party, Jasmine and Bang, because they were all beat up. So there's also, well, you can see these creatures that are attacking them. There's a main thread here where, oh, here's where there's where he wipes out all the bad guys and heals Jasmine and Blade. And I'm telling you that because there's an overall story. Something's trying to possess Edmard, turn him against his party. And there's also, there's 5 other subplots happening, but these threads are important because they all come together. Now, let me show you a better way to read this, and that is on Webtoons. It's free to everybody to read, so we're going to start with 2 ways to look at this. This is because it's up to chapter 19 so far, and these 2 books go through chapter 8. So wait, let's take a look at chapter 8 in the... Well, I took my bookmark out. That doesn't help. Come on, Jess. Are you a professional or not? There's chapter 8 in the book. Now, he has to self-publish. He's small because he's a small, publisher. He's a small creator. But there are 2 ways to really get the full extent of what he's accomplishing. We'll look at my laptop. Go ahead and zoom in. I got nothing. So here you see, you can see how much bigger and grander it is on Webtoons. You can see how intricate the line work is and how good his coloring is on Webtoons. The pages just explode to life when you look at it online. So you're saying, well, dude, if I can get it free, why am I paying him? Because it's important to support young creators. Let's see, right there is a comparison of how much easier it is to read, how much the art pops and explodes, and how really, really cool this book is. It's a lot of interesting fighting. It's a lot of fantasy. It's a lot of it's an adventure fantasy. Now here's the other way to look at it, which I just had this up on my computer because I wanted to do the comparison. But the best way, okay, of course, is on a tablet. And here he's up to chapter 16, and I'm not giving anything away, but look at this art. I think that it pops, and the story starts to really, really make a lot of sense. Once you get into the further chapters, these threads all start to come together, and you see that there are various other elements, antagonists, that are working against this team of Bang, Edmund, and Jasmine the Blade. So while I encourage you to buy the books to support the creator, at the very least, I'm going to show the books again. At the very least, you should be, these are the books that you can buy, and there's going to be a series of these. At the very least, you should be looking at this. I'm using panels on my iPad. Look at this. This is some intricate work and intricate coloring, and Josh does it all himself. I'm not going to lie to you. Omnidog, Braggadocio, Jester, I go by many names. I'm not going to lie to you ever. I would never suggest a book to you that I didn't enjoy myself. But in the description of this video, there will be ways for you to go to Webtoons. I'll have a link for that. Go to Josh's website or his site to buy the book, and you'll get a personalized drawing and your name in there. Where are you going to get that for 15 bucks? What are you doing with 15 bucks? Nothing. That's a burger at Five Guys and it's gone. Wouldn't you rather have a book from a young creator? The answer is yes. So I'm telling you, peace and love, peace and love. This is somebody that's going places, and you should get in on the ground floor and have fun with the book, because it is a lot of fun. I don't know what it has to do with DBZ. It's just an homage. So whatever. I'm reading it straight from ignorance of Dragon Ball Z and just digging the art and story as a fun comic. And I think you should too. So peace and love, peace and love. Go to the description box where you too can buy Bang, and where you can also look for it online and look at the majesty of this guy's art and story. So peace and love, peace and love. Thank you so much for watching.